unapologetic. Oh, the chat room. We unstoppable, no be lie. You, hey, the chat room. Hey, now here we define the way. Bobby chat room. We go talk and clear, no delay, no delay. It's interactive, educative, informative, and unapologetic. Oh, the chat room. We unstoppable, no be lie. Oh, the chat room. Hey, now here we define the way. Oh, the chat room. Oh yes, we go talk and clear, no delay, no delay. It's interactive, educative, informative, and unapologetic. Oh, the chat room. We unstoppable, no be lie. You. Yo, yo, yo. Now your matter with the talk.
Your life, your wahala, your breakthrough, idea. Welcome to the chat room.
This no be ordinary place. Now a solution, they show face. Lady Mary, they lead the way. With guess where go blow your brain. Talk your matter, make we solve 'em. No judgment, just love and wisdom. We dey discuss, we dey learn. Every episode you go feel the burn. Oh, the chat room. Now here we define the way. Oh, the chat room.
Oh yes.
We go talk and clear, no delay, no delay. Oh, it's interactive, educative, informative, and unapologetic. Oh, the chat room. We unstoppable, no be lie. You, hey, the chat room. Hey, now here we define the way. Bobby chat room. We go talk and clear, no delay, no delay. It's interactive, educative, informative, and unapologetic. Oh, the chat room. We unstoppable, no be lie.
All right. Good afternoon. Good evening. My name is Lady Mary Buadu, and here we are live tonight in the chat room, a platform dedicated to resolving daily life issue. And yes, we took a long break, but we are back live, and I believe we are not stopping. We have our guest tonight all the way from the United Kingdom, and we are glad that she's with us because I know that it's definitely late in the UK, but she's made herself available to join you and I so that we can all learn. And I have my very own Nanaya Sapon. She is joining us all the way from Virginia. She is the co-host for the chat room, and so you are in for a ride. It's going to be an amazing year, and we'll keep coming and coming. And so tonight, we are here with you having an amazing discussion. I believe that this is a topic that everyone can definitely relate to. And so without wasting much time, I'll come over to our guest. And Nana, can you introduce yourself for us? Thank you.
Okay, hello everyone, and I'm so pleased to be back. My name is Nane Wuswafen. I live in London. I'm a social worker by profession, currently managing one of the London boroughs, and I'm an author as well on a book on domestic violence.
Thank you so much. Nanaya.
Hi, everyone. My name is Nanaya Sarpong, and I am the owner of Obiyanana, which is the African inspired African clothing um, line, actually inspired by African print. And you can find me on shop at obianana.com, and on Instagram, I am on there as shop.obianana. I am a mother. I am a financial manager, I would say, by profession. Um, and I am a mother and a wife, mother of three, two boys and a little girl. And I would say I am all around on different topics. So I am excited to be here. And I know that we are going to have a lot of fun and insightful discussion.
Thank you so much, Nana. We're glad to have you. So, Auntie Nana and Nanaya, I'm going to go with Nanaya by calling her Nanaya because it's funny. We had a cousin of ours on the show, and he's also called Nana JB. I always say that in the family, everybody is Nana. Then I kept saying Nana, Nana, and everybody wants to respond. So we'll go by that. Thank you so much once again. So let's go right into it. I want us to look at the difference between like, love, and infatuation. And the reasoning behind this is I believe that most times people kind of use them wrongly. You know, someone will say, I like you while they really I love you while they really like you, you know. And so I think that with this generation, this topic is something, it's of an importance that we discuss it. And so, Auntie Nana, can you come in? What stands out to you with these topic? And then we will all have our questions. And go ahead.
Okay. Thank you very much. I mean, if you look at relationships, we go into relationships for various reasons, but definitely there's you meet someone and you may like the person. You may meet someone and you just fall in love with a person, or you may meet someone and you be infatuated by that person. So what does this mean to us, to anybody, if you just meet any random person for the first time and you love the person? It's having a fondness. If you like someone, it's having a fondness towards that person. And with like, it's it's what you see. It's just a fondness. So you could be fond of someone's looks, you could be fond of someone's height, you could be fond of someone's color. It's just something you are fond of pertaining to that person, but there's no emotional at that stage. There's no deep-seated emotional affiliation towards that person. It's just liking someone. And then if you go on to love, love is where I say is an intense feeling. If you look at the Oxford Dictionary, it's an intense feeling of affection. When you say you love someone, it goes beyond just being fond of the person. It's an intense, emotional, in-depth feeling of that person. And someone would say that love covers everything. It covers all sins, if you want to put it this way. Love is blind. It doesn't see your faults. You love that person because of that deep connection you want to have with that person. If you look at infatuation, that's it's an intense, but in most cases quite short-lived feeling of love towards the person. But that love can be obsessive. That love can be admiration, where it becomes to a level of it becomes an obsessive. You become an object in the eye of the person. It's like the focus is on you and you alone. I'm infatuated by that person. It's like morning, afternoon, evening, you are being loved bombed, if I should use the word. You are always in that person's mind. So it's like you shouldn't have a life because I'm so into you. I do not understand why you should have a life without me. So then if you don't take care, it becomes obsessive, then it gets controlling. So I'm glad we are talking about these, because if you are in a relationship, it's best for you to know where you are at, your understanding of it, and what you want to build out of that relationship. So that's my
Thank you so much.
beginning of the topic.
Thank you, Auntie Nana. Nana, please go ahead.
Okay. So how I like to relate things to real life. Um, and like you stated, um, some people may just meet somebody one day and may feel some type of attraction to the person, and it's mistaken for I love you because they instantly may feel that, connection with the person. But love takes work. Love takes knowing someone. Love is long term.
Right.
Um, we say, oh, it was love at first sight. I personally don't think that there is a love at first sight. I think there's an attraction at first sight. In fact, infatuation can be at first sight, right? You can like someone
Mhm.
at first sight, but I don't think that you can really love someone without getting to know the person, because love is deeper than surface. Infatuation is a surface level. Like doesn't really involve any type of feelings, like heart feelings, right?
Yeah.
Like is more of, oh, you're a good person and I can relate to you. We can get along, right? That's like. So when you meet someone in the moment and you feel attracted to the person, or you think that, just from a few conversations that this person can be somebody that you can relate to. Maybe you can get to know, right? So it starts on the like level. Sometimes it starts on the infatuation level. Infatuation is more of like an outward
Hmm.
um, feeling. Like I see this guy or I see this lady and I'm attracted to them. They look good on the outside.
Hmm.
It's all based on how you feel. It really has nothing to do with the person, right? It just
Hmm.
has to do with your feeling, how you're feeling in the moment. Oh, this person is attractive on the outside. Oh, this person has a car. Oh, this person has money. They have this, they have that. So in that moment, your thought is more about what can I get from this person? What can this person do for me?
Yeah.
Right? So that's more infatuation. Infatuation can lead to love, but it cannot stay at that level. When it gets to the love level, is when you are taking the time to get to know the person. You are taking the time to um, actually get to know yourself to see if this person fits with you, right? And also, if like it has to go beyond what you see in the moment to the point where you're more thinking about the person, like you're putting the person's feeling. You're thinking about how can I make this person better? How can I bring peace to this person's life? How can I build a life with this person? Right? It's not based on what the person can do for you, what you can do for the person, or what you're getting in the moment. It goes beyond that because um, I'm not really sure what Auntie Nana, your marital status is. Are you married?
No, I'm not married. I'm single with two daughters.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I know like in a marriage, you may have started with maybe a like infatuation, but you know that it goes beyond that because when you get to the point where you're living with this person and that infatuation cloud is gone from your eyes and you're actually having to know
Deal
this
with the real
person
life. Yep.
and exactly
Yeah.
face reality with this person.
Yep.
That's the moment that love comes to play.
Hmm.
Love comes to play because that's the moment that you're thinking, am I able to deal with the things that I don't like about this person? The first thing that I saw that I liked or I was so blown over that I was so attracted to, that's the time that you're looking beyond that and seeing do I really love this person? Because if you love the person, then no matter what, you can stand, you can fight, you can live with the person. But if it's just infatuation or like, when that cloud is gone, then I'm going my way, you're going your way, because love is not really there. Love was not built in the first place.
Mhm.
So to this question, let me just add mine. So mine, I'm thinking or looking at like is the same thing that everybody have said, but just a little twist, in my opinion, or in my mind. So more like would be okay. I like the presence of this person. I like to hang out with them. You like people that you can. I don't know if I can even say this is like an acquaintance where it's okay to hang out with them. It doesn't go beyond that. I like this person. Okay, let's hang out. Let's do this together. Let's do this. But then I feel like most cases, people mistaken that for love. And that is where, if you're not careful, then dating somebody, based on condition comes in. Because there are people that would really say they love you because of the cars you have, because of how far you've gotten in life, because of the things you've been able to acquire for yourself. And then they see you with these things, and then they think they love you because you have those things. But no, if you're going to love me based on the things that I have or what you see that I'm made up
That's
of,
not love.
that is not love. So that's
Hmm.
where I'm like, okay, where does lust comes in. uh, Funny enough, I asked, I don't know what you guys all think about this, but I was talking to a lady and I said, she asked me about lust. And I said, my simplest way to explain lust to you is, if I wake up in the morning, I've not brushed my teeth, I'm lying next to my husband, we haven't brushed our teeth, and then you start going off kissing, I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. I mean, you know what I mean? See, you're shaking your
No,
head like,
thank you.
yes,
No.
no, thank you. Exactly. So I'm not going to do it to you. So I don't expect you to come and do it to me. So the moment I told her, I said, the simplest way I can explain this to you is the moment I start doing that, then definitely you're not in love with this person. It's lust. You just want to do it and get it over with. And so that is why I think we should talk about this, because it's really important. People just, I love you, I love you, I love you. And people say I love you without any emotions to it. They just say
Yes.
it. But Antonina, go ahead.
No, I
Come
was going to say that, I mean, based on the example you gave, in love, there should be no inhibitions at all. Whether I have a smelly mouth, whether I do
Oh
smell,
no.
my partner, seriously, unless you are quite conscious of hygienic purposes and
in.
stuff like that. And that's the reason why I would prefer not to do it that
Hmm.
way. But if I
Yeah.
Yeah,
have to brush
from
my
that angle,
teeth,
yes.
yes. But if you've had a good brush of your teeth at night, in the morning, it shouldn't be that bad. So, I
It's
mean,
not, for me personally, I am big on hygiene. I don't
Mhm.
think there's anything sexy about
She
being
said,
dirty.
let's see.
There's nothing like, my mind wouldn't let
Yeah,
me
yes,
leave. It's not that,
yes,
the love is
yeah.
not there. The love
yes,
is there, but I'm like, okay,
Let's do
so
it
just,
right. I don't know.
come
There's
to bed
something.
ready. You know, when you're coming to bed every single day, just make sure that, you're clean,
yes.
just in case things leave there, as throughout the day, just make sure that, you're not messy, because if it's gonna leave there and I start smelling stuff I don't like, it's not gonna go there. You
Yes,
know?
but then
So
what I was trying to say was, and I get where you're coming from, but what I'm saying with there's no inhibitions. If it's infatuation, it's usually one sided.
Hmm.
If
Yeah.
it's like, it is one sided. If it's love, and I keep telling people I encounter and clients and everyone, before you can love someone, you must love yourself. You must know who you are to be able to love that person. So you don't get into the last stage of a relationship where you are building and deciding we want to be together if you're going to live someone's life for them.
hmm
Because at that stage, that infatuation is going to be obsessive and it can be dangerous for your life.
hmm
At that stage, whatever you think, that's where you get the word sort of lust coming in. Because it's one sided and it wasn't built, there's no strong foundation. When that infatuation or whatever you saw and liked wanes or something, then it's a big deal for one person. But when the two of you, love is a mutual agreement for you to
Mm-hmm.
decide we are going to be exclusive and be together. So you
Mm-hmm.
begin to work on each other. And for me, there's a plethora of reasons why people come together. But if you really want to stay together, then it's a work in progress. Whether when you are married, whether when you are in love, there's no full stop to it. There's always, it's a continuous process. And so
Mm-hmm.
you've got to work at it all the time. That's where love is a gradual process that becomes solid. Whereas with infatuation, it's fleeting. And with like, I can see someone and love the person for their body shape. When that person gives birth and the body shape
But it
changes,
just changes.
does
Yeah,
that mean you no longer like me?
exactly.
You like the person for their body shape, not
You
not love,
Not love.
because
exactly.
and that's and that's one thing that we do. We interchange them.
You change them.
Mm,
Exactly.
mm,
We interchange them, thinking that, oh, I'm in love. I'm in love. No, you're in like.
yeah,
You
Yeah.
know,
Everything. Yeah.
love supersede the physical. Love does not really
But,
expect.
yes.
yeah.
You know, that love does not expect anything in
Mm-hmm.
return, right? And that's why it's important to be in a relationship with someone that you love, that loves you back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you love the person and you're giving and giving and giving,
Mm-hmm.
you want to be able to receive as well,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's one thing I told my husband a while back, when we started dating, that, I want to focus on your well being,
Mm-hmm.
right? You focus on my well being. I don't want to be in a situation where I'm thinking about myself
Mm.
and you're thinking about me, because at that point, then it's a one sided relationship.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about me. But if I'm thinking about your well being and you're thinking about my well being, then we come together, it will work. I won't feel taken advantage of. Neither would you, right? So that we have to have those communication. I feel that in some of our related to some of our, um, not really Africans, I think it's general,
General.
you
Mm-hmm.
know, we are all in it for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
What can I get? What can I get? When
Okay.
I was, my husband and I were getting ready to get married, there was a family friend that asked me where my husband was from. And I was kind of confused.
Mm-hmm.
What difference does it make where he's from? He's from Ghana. He was like, no, like, where is he from?
Yeah.
Meaning, like, she was looking for the,
Specific tribe
um,
or
no, like the town,
the town. Okay.
the
Like
specific town.
Ashanti, Ga, or whatnot.
Like Jaso, or, you
Oh,
know,
okay.
like Atokore, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I told her where he was from, and she was like, mind you, my husband, I know there's like tribalism, but
Mm-hmm.
we're both Ashantis, right? But it goes beyond all
Yeah.
that tribalism. She was like, oh, where the can you be a free Jaswa? You know, like if you could have found somebody from Jaso, Kabeye, because
Mm-mm.
like
Sorry.
when you're in a marriage, like everybody is trying to like find something for their family. Like me and your uncle, your uncle built all this house in his hometown, and he's not building anything in my hometown.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're always clashing. And I'm thinking like, what? Because that never crossed my mind.
Yeah.
That's not anything I ever thought of. And thank God that, I haven't we have never gotten to the point where we've gotten to that point thinking, I'm building property for my people, you're building property for your people. You know, that's not, we are here for each other,
Yeah.
right? We're here for each other. Our minds, everything that we're thinking about should be something that we can both sit down and agree on for the well being of the family,
Yeah.
right? I think that's what love is.
Mm.
Just being in a marriage of convenience, being in a marriage of infatuation, you get to the point where if those things that you're basing the marriage on is not there anymore,
There become a
then
problem.
there's no marriage.
Yeah, it's true.
Yes.
There's no marriage because
Mm.
you focus on all these things that you can get,
Mm-hmm.
And that's why a lot of marriages are um, separating, are ending up in divorce because the agreement, like, I feel like the love was not there to
Mm-hmm.
begin with. What they went in, and mind you, things change. You can go
Yeah.
in for love and then,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Later go
you
visit.
become
Yeah.
different people. Later on, you become different
Yeah.
people and you don't love each other anymore, or whatever happened. But if you're basing your relationship on love, then you're caring for each other.
Mm.
You give me, I give you,
Mm.
right? Even if you give me and I don't have to give, you don't expect it because you know that if I have it, I'll give you.
Give it to you. Yeah.
If I'm coming home from work and you see me and you see that I am exhausted, right? Love will now cause you to say, what's for dinner?
Mm-hmm.
Love will cause you to say, honey, I see that you're very tired today. How was your day?
Mm-hmm.
Something I can do to help you. What can I do?
Mm.
That's love. What's going on in different
And
families
that
and all that, I don't know
moment,
what that is.
I don't mean to cut you off, Nana, because it sound at that point it sounds like not that it sounds like this is someone showing a sense of caring, like you care about me, you're
Care.
thinking of
And
me,
that's what
you're
comes with
not being
love.
selfish and thinking of that, of how hungry I am because you don't. And it's funny you're saying that because there are people working 2, 3 jobs, and they're still expected to come home, cook, clean, bath, wash, all of that, and I believe that it's also a communication issue in marriages because sometimes when we're going into the marriage we don't set the record straight, or we don't lay everything plain on the table. Like you said, when you met your husband, you let him know, hey, care for me, I'll care for you, right?
Yeah.
I think most times we don't have these true conversations, and
We don't.
marriage, honestly, once you get into it, at times it becomes a shocker because it's not
Yeah.
like what you are seeing is not what you really expected. And so once
Hmm.
all of these things start coming in, you are wondering, wait, what? But then again, do we ever stop and ask ourselves, did we talk about these things? There are people that we don't talk about finances, our sex life, the amount of children we want to have. We don't talk about anything. It's more,
Yes.
we are almost focused on marriage, 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 marriage. And
I just want
nowadays,
to be married.
yes, we even focus more on the ceremony, the traditional marriage, how it's going to be, the dresses,
That
the
part.
thing that is
That
coming
part.
after us, versus the journey in the marriage. And so now my new thing that I'm telling young couples that wants to be married is that I rather invest. And mind you, I didn't have like an over the top wedding, but even with that, now I wish, Nana, I wish that I knew what I know now. I would have invested then, and so to your point, I think that if you're not careful, we're going to miss it, and so for the sake of the conversation tonight, we want to be able to lay out the difference between like, love, and infatuation. So Auntie Nana, before Nanaya comes in, can
Hmm.
we lay out things to look out for? Because I believe one of you talked about, you love me because I have a beautiful body or whatnot. I was going to say that too. You see someone, I mean, what is it called, Coca-Cola shape and all that, almost like
Pear and
they're
apple.
looking amazing, and so you like them for that. Someone can even claim to fall in love with just the outer appearance and how the jeans is looking on them, the makeup. It's funny, I've seen videos on social media where women are looking so beautiful, and then they go after the wedding, they go into the room and they wipe up the makeup. It's like their teeth are coming out and all that, those funny videos. But
Yeah.
in reality, if you don't set the record straight, or if you don't do your homework right, you're going to end up, or set your priorities right, I should say, you're going to
Hmm.
end up going into one of these situations because you are so focused as to, you're focused on what you're seeing physically with your physical eyes and not thinking otherwise. So I
Yeah.
wish
Hmm.
that we can have the opportunity to really teach and talk more on the things we should pay attention to when we are dealing with these things. But can we lay out things to look out for? How do we identify? Like if I meet
Okay.
somebody, yeah, let's talk about
Okay.
that.
So if I could just start, I always say that we sort of meet people and people meet their friends. People meet people like their marital partners in very strange places. You could just meet someone and like the person, and then you get talking. And as you get talking, it develops, and it can develop into infatuation, or it can develop into love. But it's how you set the boundaries. As I said, you need to know yourself. Look, God created us as human beings. We are human beings. We are individuals. If you meet someone, it's in the hope that you're going to make each other better
Mm-hmm.
and grow from there. So even when you find yourself in a relationship and you are together and all you do is party, what's the substance to that? I mean, in this day and age, in the world we are living in, I'm seeing a lot of teenagers and young people in their, in fact, I shouldn't even say young people, in their 20s and 30s who do not want to settle because they do not appreciate what love is about.
Mm-hmm.
Because of what they've seen in the world, they do not want to settle. But I always encourage the teenagers getting into relationships that, look, why do you want to be with this particular person? Why are you fixated with this particular person? There must be something that is drawing you to that person. Get to know them. If any teenager here, and even us, if I want to buy a pair of shoes or I want to even buy a book, I would want to know so many things about the book before I waste my money on the book, because there's no point purchasing something and leaving it on the bookshelf. So you do your homework. In the same way, when you're marrying someone, when you want to be in a relationship with someone, in order for the person not to waste your time, because there are times when somebody could be in the infatuation stage where they are so obsessed with you. It could be the female, it could be the male. They will never make the next move because they stay
Mm-hmm.
there. They stay there. And you find
Mm-hmm.
yourself in a very long-term relationship with no substance. And in
Mm-hmm.
that same person in that relationship could meet the next woman and marry them immediately. And you be asking yourself, what was it about me? This was because you allowed yourself to be used. You need to be very aware of yourselves. And that is where I always come in. Know yourself. And when you enter into a friendship, even with friends, why am I befriending this person? It's because we have some common goals. That's why we are friends. Otherwise, you cannot have a friend, say, this is my very good friend, but when you meet, there's nothing going on. There's a reason why I have a friend. I just don't befriend everyone. That's why we can't befriend the world. In the same way, when I make someone exclusive to be in a relationship with a person, I must have a relationship goal. Where is this heading? Is it heading to marriage? Is it heading to friendship? You need to be very clear. And that's why you have the difficult conversations as well as you observe. That's why it's very important to be silent, because in relationships, most of the time, people almost and always show who they are. But because we are blinded by what we like, what we are seeing, or what we don't want to hear, we don't hear it. But if you ask that person, I never changed. I've always been who I am. But you
Mm-hmm.
did not pick it up. You didn't pick up the cues. You didn't see the red flags because of whatever fixation you had about that person. But if you both have your head screwed on, or one person has their head screwed on, you realize that this is actually not the person for me.
Yeah.
And it's better to leave now than to be in a toxic relationship
Yeah.
that could end up harming you.
Losing your
You
life.
nobody go. I always say this: nobody goes out to marry their enemy.
Mm-mm.
Nobody goes out to befriend someone and make an enemy out of that person. But a certain behaviors and actions that would make you make that choice, because relationship is a choice.
It's a
I
choice.
choose to be with you. And if I choose to be with you and I realize we have the same goals, then what I can do is let's build on it. And that's conversations through and through.
Yeah.
But if you think, oh, I can change this person, when we are together, he will
They
change.
would change. Oh no.
Forget it. Forget it, because
Yeah.
you are going to waste your time and you are going to be hurt.
Yeah.
And that's why and when you get hurt, you get bitter.
Yeah.
And sometimes it leads to death. And I don't take relationships lightly at all. If
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not working, you know it's not working.
Yeah. You
Have
do.
that conversation and move on. So for the young people out there, look, it's better to kiss many frogs and find your prince
Yes.
than to stay with one frog that would become the biggest, ugliest toad in your life. And that is me being very honest with you.
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
someone who has seen infatuation, who has seen lust, who has seen like love, you've got to keep the balance.
Yeah.
You've got to keep the balance, and that is knowing your marital goals, knowing what is good for me and where I want to be, and where I want my partner to be with me, and where my partner also wants me to be with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Nana, before you come in, let's just take a quick break and then you add your bit. And then there's a question that Pastor Pius just asked. Pastor Pius, thank you for joining. Matthias, thank you for joining. I know he's all the way in Ghana, so he's a bit late there too. But let's take a quick break. We'll be back.
Yo, yo, yo. Now your matter with it talk. Your life, your wahala, your breakthrough, idea. Welcome to the chat room.
This no be ordinary place. Now a solution they show face. Lady Mary they lead the way. With guess where go blow your brain. Talk your matter make we solve 'em. No judgment, just love and wisdom. We they discuss, we they learn. Every episode you go feel the burn. Oh, the chat room. Now here we define the way. Oh, the chat room.
Oh, yes.
We go talk I'm clear, no delay. No delay. Oh, it's interactive, educative, informative, and unapologetic. Oh, the chat room. We unstoppable, no be lie. You, hey, the chat room. Hey, now here we define the way. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your patience. We are back again. Okay. Auntie Nana, let's go ahead and let Nanaya comes in. Nana, come in, and then Pastor Pius asked a question. I believe he was saying that it is possible for someone to, is it possible, it says that do we have people who truly love but lack the understanding of how it's better expressed? Nanaya, come in, and then we can go on to Pastor Pius' question.
Okay. I actually wanted to touch, I think Auntie Nana covered that whole area when it comes to how to spot the difference between, you know, what is like, what is infatuation, what is love. I want to put out I'm trying to find the best way to put it. What are we putting out? Because what you're putting out, so at some point in your life, if you feel that you're not ready for love or love is not what you're looking for, right? Then you shouldn't be putting out the appearance of love. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so you
So
shouldn't be faking it if you don't really mean it.
you shouldn't be saying, no. What I mean is, so, okay, let me put it this way. If you are looking for love, then you shouldn't be putting things out that would attract infatuation.
Okay.
Okay. So, for example, if I am the girl with the figure eight, right? And I've had the experience of men being attracted to my body for my body.
Mhm.
Okay. On that infatuation level, that it doesn't go beyond the infatuation. So they come and get what they want. They give me what I think I want or what I am mistaken for love,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then expect it to move beyond the level of infatuation into
Yeah.
love or into marriage, right? And it doesn't leave there. It's because of what you're putting out. So if you want love, then what you should be putting out is the characteristics of love. So you shouldn't see someone and go for the physical. You shouldn't see someone and go for the money. You shouldn't see someone and go for the things that they can do for you and then expect that to turn into love, right? If you're going in looking for the money or seeing the money and the money is what's attracting you, then go for the money
So
because
now you hear the saying, what you give is what you get.
exactly,
Okay, go ahead.
exactly. That's kind of where I am trying to drive to.
Mhm.
So if you want to be, and I'm using this example because a young lady asked me, she's at the age where she feels like, she wants to start dating and getting, or she wants to start getting serious, not necessarily just dating, right?
Mhm.
And so she asked me, she said, "Oh, so how did you figure out that, Uncle Ernest was like the person for you? Did you date a lot? Did you?" And I thought about it and I said, I wish that I had dated more, but I didn't get the opportunity to because the people that I dated, like basically, if I dated someone, it turned into a relationship because apparently I gave out wifely um, presents, so I didn't get to like date this person and then like date this person. It's like, okay, I would date one person. I didn't really date a lot. I would date one person and then I'm their girlfriend. I'm not allowed to talk to anybody else. I'm not allowed to, so it became like a relationship, right? Because that's apparently when I was younger, that's what I gave out. Like the commitment, I took care of people. I was the faithful one. Like if I'm dating you, I'm not looking outside trying to find somebody else, I'm focused on you and trying to like put my energy in you and those type of things. So that gives that I am looking for love.
Mm.
So if that's what you're looking for, then that should be the characteristics that you're putting out. But if you're the person that you're putting out this your physiques and hoping that somebody will find you and it will become love, can it happen sometimes
Yeah.
once they get to know you, right? But if that's what they're focusing on when they came in to start with, if that was the drive, sometimes they don't even get the opportunity to even go deeper to learn who you are because all they see is this body and that's what they want. The
Uh,
same way that girls are attracted to people's money and their cars and this and this, if they're coming in with that understanding, that's what they're coming for. They're
yeah.
not coming for your heart. They're coming for the things that you have,
Okay.
right? So we have to you have to be vigilant. You have to have the discernment spirit to know that this is what I'm looking for. So this is what I want to project.
Yeah.
If you are looking to be a wife, then you need to project wifely characteristics. If you're looking to be a husband, same thing. That's the characteristics you need to project. Because what you give is what you get. If I present that I am this person and I'm hoping that you get to know me and find something deep, and I come in from what I saw, give me what I bought. If I'm buying something, give me what I bought. I don't want anything deeper, right?
Mm.
So that's what we want the young people to understand, that project what you are looking for. If you're looking for love, project that, right? We can all research. You don't need everybody to be telling you what to do, the same way you research everything. Research what you should be to project what you're looking for. If you're putting out this appearance and you're always like flaunting, and that is going to be the attraction. That's going to be the men that attracts to you. Those who just want your physical
And not
and
necessarily,
nothing else.
right, like you said. Sure.
Okay. Can I just come in with what,
Yeah,
just
go ahead.
a little tweak to it before we go and answer Pastor Pius's question? I would say to the young people, play hard to get. Do not be a mother to your boyfriend. And to the boys, do not be a father to the female. I will not be cooking for a man because I want to portray myself as a wifely figure. Hell no. Take me out. Let me see who you are. Spend on me. Love me. Let me know who you are. But what I'm saying is getting to know each other. I know that our pockets, as young as we are, is not that deep. We are both young students trying to make a life out for ourselves. So we'll have to talk about it. Because if a man takes me out and is buying all these things and I know how deep your pockets are, in fact, it would irritate me because I'll be thinking, this person is going to be a burden on me. This is a show that he will not be able to sustain. In the same way, do not invite the men into your home to come and eat and stuff like that, because it becomes a given and men like the chase.
Yeah.
Then you become that motherly figure that by the time you realize they'll be coming to tell you about other girls they've met and what do you think about them when you
I
are
don't
in love
think you
with
should be
them.
your husband's or your wife's mother or father either. It goes the same. I'm your wife. I'm not your mother.
Exactly.
He's not your father.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
keep relationships to where they are.
Yeah,
That's all it
different
is.
positions.
It's a relationship. It's not a vested interest. I mean, your name is not tattooed on my head. Nobody talks to me. Nobody touches me. It's just a friendship. Whilst in the friendship, if I realize that maybe somebody else is better, I move on. After all, there's no tax to this. It's just a friendship. And that's why when you have children and relationships end, it's very difficult because the one who suffers is the child.
Yeah.
If not, you go your separate ways. After all,
That's
it's
right.
just a friendship. So,
Yeah.
young girls out there, do not feel committed to the men when you are in a relationship. Get a life, smell the roses, do what you have to do so that when you settle, you settle. People settle too early and then they realize that I actually settled and it was a mistake.
It's a mistake. Yeah.
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 And
And
a lot
people
of people
date.
now do not even want to do it because they are seeing their aunties and sisters falling into that kind
Yeah.
of trap. So
Yeah.
people coming up are now not doing it.
Yeah.
When we were growing up, it was very rare to see broken homes.
Yeah.
It's become like a norm.
Yeah.
And
Now it's
I'm
annoying.
telling you, these children are broken souls. They are seeing it. Even if they are not speaking it, they are seeing it. And for that matter, they see someone and they love the person, but they do not want to settle for the fear of it. Get to know each other. Get to
Yeah.
know yourself. Build yourself. Where you want to be, go there. Don't wait for the man or woman to get you there.
Yeah.
If the
Yeah.
right man at that stage meets you, you will find your partner.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
carry any load with you as you are going. Don't
And
bring
don't
any
mistake
load
us.
down when you're coming down the tree too.
Sorry. Don't mistake us saying date, get to know other people. We're not saying go sleeping around.
Yeah.
Separate thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Separate thing. Don't get that confused. That's not what we're saying.
Yeah.
We're saying don't get hooked on the first person that shows interest, right? If you are 18, 19, 20, that's the time that you should be exploring, getting to know, you meet one person, you think that, okay, because that person likes me, that person says this, that person has this. So yeah, that's my future husband. That's not your future husband. Because tomorrow you may date somebody else that may be better.
Yeah.
And you think that since that person was better, so maybe this is it because they were better than the first one. That it might be somebody even better,
Mhm.
you know? So just kind of like explore. That's what we're saying. And in our community, we were not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Taking time. I was saying people should take their time
Yes, we
more or
were
less.
not allowed to do that, you know? Like if you're going out with somebody, they see you hang around, not single out, you hang around one person, that's your future husband.
Yeah.
And we're already planning things, you
But I
know?
was going to
I
say
mean,
something, Nana, when you're done. When you just, sorry about that. I think that most of times people introduce people quickly too. I'm not saying hide them, right? But this is why I say that. It's like every time you meet John, you're taking him home. You meet
Oh
Jennifer,
no. Mm-mm.
no, that's what I mean by people introduce people too quickly
No.
because it
No.
may
Don't take anybody home.
right.
Don't take
So you
anybody home.
make sure that you are sure because I know that the moment you take 1, 2, 3, 4 home, already there's that misconception that okay, what's happening with our daughter? Okay, she brought
Yeah.
down the last time. Now is this, and so
Yeah.
in all that, respecting yourself, setting boundaries. I'm so big on setting boundaries now with the youth. You have to set
Mm-hmm.
boundaries, and then don't be so fast to take them home because you
Yeah.
don't even know this person in the first place. As we've explained with the love, like, and infatuation, make sure that you really know where you stand with them before you take the necessary or the next step to that. So that's just
Not
it.
necessarily even home. Don't expose your relationships, even to your friends, until you are well grounded in what you have. Because you see what you found. And if he's on the same page with you, then you can then introduce them to the rest of the world. But when you are not sure, and you are now, and I know a lot of young girls are going to, what do you think about this guy? What do you think
Mhm.
about this guy? If you don't take care, they'll break you and go for the guy. They will break the relationship up. And by the time you realize they are with that guy, and at the end of the day,
They're
you
too quick to
cannot
introduce these guys to their friends. Yeah.
too quick.
Mhm.
And
I think
sometimes
I
it's a
differ
worry.
a little bit. I differ a little bit
Nana,
on that.
but I see what she's saying though, because we've seen now, especially now, there's
Mhm.
so I guess maybe Antonina, what I want to say is also know your friends, know your circle well, I guess.
Yes,
Yes, know
yes.
your circle very well.
Hmm.
Because I
Have
know that
people you trust that you can introduce people to, because
thank
that's
you.
also the part about safety. Somebody
Yeah.
needs to know who you're hanging around with,
Oh,
Right.
just in case
definitely.
something happens, right?
Yes, yes,
So just have the circle of friends or that friend that can know what's going on. A
Yeah.
hmm
trusted friend that will know what's going on and can even in cases, because sometimes friends may see something that you're so blinded by your so-called love that you may not see.
Yeah.
So you might need that second eye to say, sis, that's not it or that's it. You know what I mean? So that's why I say I differ. Just make sure that you have
It makes
at
sense.
least like that trusted one person that you can share things with.
yes.
But
And
Nana,
that's very important. But then I also say that if my daughter is going to date someone, let a person come for you from the house. Let that person know who you are.
To
I
go
come from
out.
a home.
yeah,
I come from a home. If
yeah.
we are
Hmm.
going to the clubs, is in the like stage. We like each other, and with my friends, we are partying. But once we become exclusive, come home and pick
Yeah.
me up.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
Don't just say let's meet. Let's meet could
Mm-mm.
be okay. We met, but subsequently, let someone know I'm going out with this person.
Mhm.
Otherwise, you could end up being kidnapped, killed, and
Yeah.
nobody would know.
Yeah, we see
Yeah,
too many of that in this day. So don't be
yeah,
too quick to introduce them. Not
yes.
saying that don't let anybody know. That's not that. But I'm talking about sometimes people are so quick to say, "This is my husband." Like some people even call them my boo, my husband. It's like you haven't even gotten anywhere. You're already calling him your husband,
Yeah.
introducing him to family. And if it doesn't work, you end up having to bring somebody else because you're not going to stay single forever, right? So that's
Mm,
the angle I'm coming from. Even if you're going to
Mm.
take him home, let your family know, okay, he's my friend. If it's truly your friend, let them know because at some point, somebody will have to be accountable to you, anyways. If you're not here, they're going to come
Yeah.
to your family, right, to find you.
mm-hmm.
And so, at least, yes, in that phase, but where you call it my husband and all of that, I think that is where I was leading to by saying,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes, don't be too quick. And but let me take some comments. D Ajimai is on here, and thank you for joining. And she says that she agreed with what Nanaya was saying. Dr. Jennifer, I see you. I see you online. Thank you so much for joining. She said we should respect ourselves, and then we should communicate what we want before we commit. Yes, we
Yeah.
should communicate it. Thank you so much. And Matthias says that doesn't involve a strong emotional. He's talking about the differences that we shared earlier.
Yeah.
And then
Mm.
Pastor Pius, thank you for joining. Everyone that's tuned in. So let me just say that previously we did live on all of the platforms, Facebook and all that. Starting next week, we will start going live on those different platforms as well. But for today, we're doing YouTube. This is like a test, right? But I think the conversation is going really well. We went on break, but we are finally back for good. And so tonight, I have my co-host Nana Yasapa, and then Auntie in the middle is joining us all the way from the United Kingdom, and Auntie Nana Nyame Insha. God bless you so much.
Thank
To
you.
everyone that's tuning in, to my guests and my co-host, we appreciate you. If you came late, we're talking about the difference between like love and infatuation, because I believe that too often we mistaken love for, like for love, and then all of that we interchange them. Someone will say I love you, but they really like you, they don't even know you to, to love you. And we're saying that
Yeah.
love, of course, it grows, it builds up. It builds up, versus like you can meet somebody and just, just like them. You can just like their, maybe their appearance, the way they speak, their mannerism, and all of that. You can choose to like them. So
Hmm.
that has been our conversation for tonight. Once again, this is the chat room with Lady Mary Boadu and my co-host Nanaya Sapon. Please join us. Now we're going to have our sessions on Sundays, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we will do a replay every Wednesday. So in case you missed it on Sunday, you have the opportunity to watch it on Wednesday, God willing. And so that is the reason why we are here today. Thank you once again for tuning in. Nana, we have about 5 minutes. And so Nana Yasapon, I think I saw a question in here.
Did we cover?
Let's go.
Um, did we cover
Mhm.
his question?
No, oh no, I thought you were talking about a topic. We're picking up Pastor Pia's question now. So Auntie Nana,
Okay.
come in, and then Nana will come in. Thank you so much.
So it says, do we have people who truly love but lack understanding of how it's best? Yes. I mean, we do have the various love languages, isn't it? And that's what I'm saying, that you need to get to know the person you are going out based on the love language of each individual. You could
Mm-hmm.
be in a relationship and someone's love language is always buying and giving you gifts. Someone's love language could be communicating. I mean, there are various love languages. So they express it in various ways. So you need to know the person you are going out with and see how they express their love. You can even actually ask them. It's best when, because in the process of communication and getting to know each other in that friendship state, you know who you are actually dealing with. When
Mm-hmm.
this person, when sort of, this person could be a physical person, likes hugging, holding hands, you need to know who you are dealing with, because some people holding hands and that physical thing is a big thing for them because they are not comfortable with that. For others, they are very. For
Mm-hmm.
some people too, they just give gifts as their love language, and people can misconstrue it to mean so many things. And that's for those kind of people. People take advantage of them
Mm-hmm.
because you may not be reading the love language of your partner. So you giving gifts does not say anything. It doesn't do anything for the person. Rather than giving me a gift, what I would want is that amount of money you spent on maybe buying that gift. You could just hold my hand and we could take a walk down the road. I would appreciate that than the gift you've given
Yeah.
to me. So yes,
True.
know the love language of your partner. And the only way you'll be able to know it is when you have studied the person, communicated with the person. If you don't know who you are with, you are playing a one-sided game, and you could end up being very hurt.
Yeah.
And that's what love is about. And sometimes you ask yourself, they were really in love. What happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something happened. Don't ever think nothing happened. Something happened. Your partner just did not get you. Your
Mhm.
partner moved on because they didn't like what you were given or what they were seeing.
Thank you so much, Auntie Nana. Nana,
Yeah.
come in.
Okay. So I like to use myself as an example. Um, so in our early relationship with my husband, because again, that goes with what I was saying, what you put out is what you will receive.
Mm-hmm.
So being that I've always been the person that I like to dress up, okay? So to just put it how it is. So even like from, I would say high school to literally when I entered this country, I have always been the person that will work for my money because I
Mhm.
want to buy what I want to buy. And I don't want to depend on my parents. I don't want to depend on anyone. I'm going to get my money. And if I'm buying whatever I want to put on myself, then you can't tell me not to. So that has been me. Okay. So when my husband met me and he saw like my appearance and the person that I was,
Mhm.
he thought that giving gifts, right, will be what attracts me. And he was so wrong. It's not that I don't like gifts,
Yeah.
but my love language is um, act of service,
Yep.
and the other one is words of affirmation
Yeah.
for me. Okay, I would take gifts. There's nothing wrong with it, but that's not my top two. It falls in there somewhere, but that's not my
Mhm.
top two. The first gift he gave me was my college graduation. He gave me a Chanel number 5 set. Okay, mind you, this is an international student that's in college
Mm.
working part time. Okay, set. The set include the perfume. It had the powder. I don't even use the powder. And then it had like something else. It was like it was expensive, and I knew because I knew that it was expensive. I was like, well, thank you. But it wasn't really, that was when he was trying to get my attention, and he thought that that's what was going to get my attention. And then the next thing, he will, when I saw him, he will buy me something. If I see him, he will buy me something. And
Yeah.
I asked him, I said, you know, I know that you work part time. You're a full time student, okay? International student. That means you're paying the
Mhm.
tuition. You
Your
don't
money
get
is
any type of
limited.
aid,
Yeah.
you know. So why are you buying me all this stuff?
Yeah. With limited finances too. I mean, you need it for yourself.
Very limited, very limited. It's like, oh, I just see that you like, like fine things. You like nice things. No, but communicate, like, speak to me and try to, get to know me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before you could even like ask me out, before you could ask me out, you're giving me all this stuff,
These things. But you know
right?
that to your point, sometimes people really one thing that people will just assume that because you're giving me all these things, I am speaking your language. But meanwhile, we're
I
speaking
don't
to the
No,
world.
appreciate it.
You get it.
no,
But people do
you're
that.
not speaking my language. So I told him, one thing I said is, all these things that you're doing, can you keep it up?
Mm-hmm.
Would you be able to keep it up?
Yep.
Or you think that you're going to reel me in with these things, and then once
And
you
then
have
later,
me, then you can relax?
don't
Mm.
start what you can't finish.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and I'm glad that I was in the position where I didn't feel like I had to like sugarcoat. I had to protect his
Yeah.
feelings. I had
Yeah.
to feel like, oh, well, I don't want him to feel bad, so maybe I shouldn't say anything. It was important that I communicated that don't start something that you cannot finish. Don't start something you cannot keep up.
Mhm.
And by the way, all that you see on me, I got it for myself. I
Mhm.
didn't wait for nobody got it for me. Is it nice? It's nice and I appreciate it. But don't start anything that you cannot finish.
Yeah.
Okay. That was an eye opener for him. That was
Mhm.
an eye opener for him to know that that's not how you attract me. Maybe
Mhm.
that's how you may attract somebody else. But the one that you want, that's not the way to go. Okay. Sit down with me. Let's talk.
Yeah.
If you can afford to take me out, invite me home. Cook. Let's talk.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go somewhere that's free
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and have a conversation.
True.
Get to know who I am before you start spending the money that you don't have on me and I don't even need it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
we have to, it's important to know who you are dealing with.
Yeah.
I can speak as a woman that we appreciate you taking the time to
Mm-hmm.
get to know what we like. And
Yeah.
if you're going to do something for us, do what we like, not what you think that we may
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
If you give me the world and I don't want the world, it means nothing to me.
Yeah. True.
Mhm.
Even though you want me to feel so appreciative and be like over the moon about you giving me the world, but I'm not even like close to being close to the moon because that's not what I wanted.
You want. Yeah.
How you express love to your loved one is just opening your mouth to say, how do I love you? How do I express my love to you? In
Yeah.
what way would you appreciate it for me to express my love to you? That costs no money.
It doesn't. Yeah. Yeah.
And as a what we appreciate that. One thing that women do not appreciate is just thinking that you can walk all over us and do whatever you want. Because at that point, if you're expressing your love to me in a way that you think I want,
Yeah.
that's not doing what I want,
Not doing anything for you.
right?
Yeah. It's true.
Open your mouth, just speak.
Yeah.
That's all it takes. Speak. How do I express my love to you?
You.
Let me know,
Thank you, Nana.
right? And then when it's communicated, do it.
It's easy. Yeah, at that point, it becomes very simple because you've made everything plain. You've laid it all out. This is how to love me. And of course, at that point, if you can't cater to that, then you have a decision to make. That is to either walk away or to stay in that relationship. Too often, you hear people saying,
Mhm.
I'm doing so many things for her. We're doing a lot. I'm giving her this. I'm giving her that. It seems like my love is not enough, but that is not love. You can't buy it's. There's just few people that you can truly try to buy them off. It's not every woman that you can buy them off. And I say buy them off
No.
with these giftings and things like that. And so, well, we come, Anton, and I don't know if you want to add anything before we end our session in the next 2 minutes, but if you want to add anything, please go ahead.
No, I was just saying that people should take their time in relationships,
Mm-hmm.
because when you like someone, it's what you saw. That's what made you like the person, which then
Mhm.
develops when you actually hear the person talk.
Mhm.
So there's that. You see, you meet someone and there's a quality about that person that you love. When you begin to speak to them, then there's a moral value that comes out of that person that you begin to love, and then it can develop into serious love. Some people fall in and out of love very easily because they did not sort of dwell on the like stage. What was this about this person that I liked that drew me to that person? And when I got to know that person, it developed into a loving relationship. So please, for the young people out there and for the adults who have sort of attempted love and failed and are still looking, take your time, get into good friendships, but know who you are so that you do not become a burden to someone else's child. And neither should you allow someone else's child to live in your mind
No.
rent free
Nope.
and destroy the years that God has given to you on this earth. Get to know people, make sure you are like minded, and then develop a beautiful relationship. Do not let anyone be obsessed
Mhm.
over you. It's not worth it. It's a waste of the time. You may like it for all the attention you get, but it could be the beginning of your destruction.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all so much tonight. It's 5:21. I think we did well. We had an amazing conversation. Our next session would be next week, Sunday. And so we will send out the information and everyone can look out for it. In case you came late, this is going to be replayed coming Wednesday, God willing. And I have my co-host, Nanaya Sapon. She is joining us from Virginia. And then Auntie Nana is joining us all the way from United Kingdom. Thank you so much. Nana King says, I'm joining you guys all the way from Westland Boulevard. And Gladys Ampansa, it's in Virginia. Thank you all for tuning in. Please, next Sunday, if you're joining, let us know where you're joining in from. I know Dr. Jennifer, it's all the way in Florida. So we appreciate you all for joining. Thank you. I think we had a good turnout today. So Nana, we'll see everybody next week, Sunday. Thank you so much.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you. See y'all.
Yo. Now your matter with the talk. Your life, your wahala, your breakthrough. Welcome to the chat room.
This no be ordinary place. Now a solution, they show face. Lady Mary, they lead the way. With guess where go blow your brain. Talk your matter, make we solve them. No judgment, just love and wisdom. We they discuss, we they learn. Every episode you go feel the burn. Oh, the chat room. Now here we they find a way. Oh, the chat room.
Oh yes.
We go talk and clear, no delay. No delay. Oh, it's interactive, educative, informative, and unapologetic. Oh, the chat room.